We're all friends. We're here to have fun. But our story can include graphic violence, drug use, sexual content, and other mature themes. We've talked at our table about safety, comfort, and consent, both as players and storytellers. We know what to expect. We're all excited to be here, and we want you to feel the same. So listener discretion is advised.
The world outside of your boat was quiet for a few moments after the impact. That eternal movement of river water is a constant companion. But it's dark now, fully dark. There is a sliver of moon affording you some small amount of natural pale light, most of it glimmering and rippling with each wave, some reflecting off of the sand at the far banks. Reeds there, in the evening wind. Most of the lanterns aboard the ship survived the impact, though things do seem a little darker than before. Some of them must have fallen into the river, and if others broke, that Vocessa didn't manage to save across the boat. It seems that the crew have handled it. Speaking of the crew, they're a flurry of activity. Herman, you see them as you're moving. If you're moving, are you moving?
I feel like I'm being interrogated. Yes.
Are you?
After the ship rights itself, I was talking with the Eisen before that we're going to go down and seal up their container problem.
And you had wanted to take an extract if possible at this moment. I don't know if that's your priority, though.
It seems like a good idea to do it as soon as possible. I think we would just finished what we're doing. We're moving down that way and then probably got distracted because there was a whole lot of dancing going on.
Yeah.
And then that all came to an end. So now seems like an opportune time before everybody gets caught up in shenanigans again.
There may well be shenanigans. So, as you're heading down with the ice, and you can see that skilled hands are being sent down to handle potential damage to the ship. You're not seeing really damage to the ship as you go down. You can see that it's damper than it was previously, but that's probably due to water sloshing out of that container. To the point, as you arrive to the depths of the boat, you see a young man that you recognize, the one that you borrowed a tool set from.
You good, sir. You, are you handy with those tools?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, great. Follow us.
Oh.
You're being commandeered.
He gives you a strange look, but he is swept up by your confidence. You say it like it's true, and hesitatingly, he does believe you.
Great. And we'll move forward, and I will look for anything that we might be able to use to secure the stuff. Ask him, basically tell him, hey, we got this container. It's leaking. We need to really reinforce and keep this thing sealed up. So what would he suggest, since I am not an actual carpenter?
Well, he is adept at working on a ship, and as he can see your container, you're demonstrating to him what the problem is. It's silent for a long time. He's nervous, like he's poking around at this oddly large tank, and it doesn't give him the same jump scare it gives you. It waits several more seconds before thwacking its body against that weak spot, and a little bit of water dances at the side, and he jumps back, and he calls out to the other crew, and with the permission of the Eisen, they recognize that that's Eisen on the container. They set about handling that.
Should probably lash it down just in case we have more maneuvers that might take place.
Carlotta speaks up, and she says to you, "This creature won't do well without oxygen. Is it okay that the top's still undone, or?"
I imagine that we can leave some places for the air to come in without endangering the strength of the vessel. Maybe our carpenter here can give us some suggestions.
They think through what they have on board, and after a moment, they look further around the hull. Most of those boxes are property of the people that are on board or their supplies, but they can absolutely pull like a lid off of a storage container, the kind of wooden box that you'd pile apples into, and very carefully, fearfully, set it on top of this container so that the sides are open and there's still airflow, but that there's something there that they can hammer down.
Absolutely. I will supervise and provide any and all useful commentary.
I am going to judge that this is a risk, just because
Sure.
If you fail, the creature inside will have one chance to lash out at you and anyone standing within arm's reach of you, the crew that you have with you, and the Eisen.
Mm-hmm.
What's your approach?
I'm instructing these people to do things and helping them out. So I'm using broad category. Convincing them to help out and do it in an appropriate manner, I guess. And warfare is, directing things and looking at things from that kind of logic, I guess, at best. There's only like 10 skills, so.
Wants to manage saving the day.
Yep. In that instance, then I will judge that you'll be using convince with. Yeah, I mean, I could honestly accept either wits or panache for this role. The examples given for both have resonance with this particular instance. You are specifically gathering people to do this task, but personally, I'm going to land with wits on this because you're approaching this in a military and direct style. This creature is nocturnal, so because it's nighttime and dark in the area that you're in, if it is to get out, and if it is to strike you, it will take 5 extra dice to do so. So I'm going to judge that it's going to take 1 raise to keep each of the people who are closest to this creature from falling into the tank at any point or being pulled into the tank at any point. I'm going to judge that that's 3 people, yourself, the crewman that's helping you, and Carlotta.
All right.
I feel that if that is to progress, should any of you be pulled in, I'm going to call it as a new round, and there may be new consequences and raises introduced at that point.
Sounds good.
As you are looking for something to use as a cover for this tank and directing people to do so, and they are able to pull up a lid of sorts, I'm going to offer you an optional opportunity that when they find this lid, they find something else for you.
All right.
And it could be possible that if it does attack you, that there will be risk to the creature, at which time there could also be another consequence introduced.
Gotcha.
So please feel free to roll now. So I do feel that you're acting with flair.
All right. I have 3 raises.
Perfect. How would you like to use them?
Definitely not taking the opportunity. I will take it to spare as many people from being dragged into the container as possible.
Then you are completely successful with preventing anyone from being dragged into the container. Gets close a couple times. That creature is fearsome, and you can see that people are recoiling anytime they make, it turns out, eye contact is inky, black creature. It looks like nothing you've really seen before. It's serpentine, scaled, and terrifying. You can recognize that this would be something vicious in its native territory, but right now it's contained, even more so as
Doubly
you hear, as you get it handled, and everyone is safe.
All right. Sounds good. I have 2 dice. Do you want to buy them?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I do. So, due to your actions, Herman, this creature is safely secured and will remain so for the rest of the journey.
I give it a solid pat on it as we walk away from a good day's work.
Do you do?
On the container? Okay.
Good job, container.
Tong tong.
I don't take a warhammer to it.
As your palm hits the side of the container, that creature thrashes up against the side again. And you recognize that thunk, muffled by the sound of the door, this makeshift lid. It's not quite that it sounds pathetic, because you just saw the gleam of its teeth and the way that it could disappear underwater if it wasn't in this circumstance. But you have ensured very carefully that it is. And there's no movement in the container.
This definitely won't be coming for me sometime later in my life.
Oh, it may or may not remember your face.
Great.
You did see a glimmer of cold intelligence in its eyes. Whether or not it holds a grudge is not something you investigated.
Nope.
Everything's coming up, Herman.
Would you like to take any further actions with this creature at this time?
No, I'm good.
Then you skillfully direct the crew around you to support this tank, and they manage to caulk up any of the leaks. They manage to build support mechanisms. Yeah, it's good. You are free to return.
Sounds good. I'll start moving up there. I'll chat with them as we're going along.
We're going to cut to someone who's not free to return. I don't want to narrate you into a situation you wouldn't have gotten yourself in.
No. But he would kind of, oh, actually, darling, I would love to run my mouth all up and down. Why don't? And he would probably, like, grab her and, like, turn her in the direction that they were heading and be like, why don't you tell me where we're headed, and I'll get us there faster.
Well, of course, we'll be headed to my suite.
So he would basically kind of like pick her up by her bottom and head that way towards the suite.
She giggles and leans into you, puts her chin atop your shoulder, and incidentally, of course, that pushes her breast more close to your face, ensuring that you're very distracted.
By the way, darling, I don't think I ever got your name.
She purrs into your ear. My name is Isadora Montavani.
Eroll Cocksure Jr. Pleasure to meet you.
I think I've heard that somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure you have. I'm rather famous all throughout the Seven Seas, actually.
She starts toying with your shirt collar as you guys are moving, and she says, I don't think we'll be needing this much longer now.
I don't think we will, love. And shirt pops off immediately.
She does wait until you're at the suite to drag her gaze downward along your body to your pants. Could you? She pauses intentionally and then drops her eyes to the doorknob. Get that?
Eroll opens the door, throws it open, and pushes her inside.
She is going to try to get you to disrobe.
Oh, yeah, easily.
All right.
Throughout the process of that, really, I think he may have a pouch with a few coins on him to his name. That's probably it. And then his rapier. That's it.
So it sounds like the point where you are effectively starting off this scene is completely nude. Your both wrists are tied to the bed frame. She has you on your front so that your back is exposed. And at this point...
I don't know about that.
Do not let that happen.
No. And I was like, I'm not sure you have this in the right direction, love.
Your move, Rebecca.
I believe that's a check.
Garrett! That was really funny.
The assassination of Erika.
Rob, I'm sorry, but those were going to be my last words. Wanted them to haunt you.
Violet, you're turning violent.
Well, which way would you rather face, then?
Well, I suppose I should be in my back, love, and we'll have you on top, won't we?
I don't know, I kind of like the idea of your back all lashed up.
Well, why don't we get there eventually?
Not that it's really going to change anything mechanically, but she is going to spend some points to activate something else.
Okay.
She's going to activate those 2 danger points that Tim very kindly gave me last scene.
Okay.
And she's going to activate Fascinate. Now, the way that this works is that one hero can pay attention only to me until the end of the scene or until the end of the speech.
Yeah.
I think that's already happening, to be fair, but she is absolutely upping that ante.
I don't know if I'm actually into this anymore, love. I think I'm... Oh, you're going to spend points? Very well. What did you have to say to me?
Well, the reason that she's mechanically putting these points down...
And you can say it without this bodice, and you rip the laces on her bodice.
She does pout at that, and as you look around the room, you can see that she has expensive clothing. What she was already wearing was very nice when it lived, as you've given it a quick death, and it does rip apart at your hands. But her suite is nice. It's very clearly the nicest aboard. It's got great windows, it's got a view of everything. Her clothes are set up so that they're kind of on display. There's a small box that maybe about the size of, it is about the size of a watermelon.
Okay.
That's set out prominently on her desk. You can see that there is a couple weapons set out around. Honestly, more so in the way of someone who always has a weapon close to hand. Not really, like, positioned as if she thinks she's going to need it. But that's probably because she already has the weapons on her. Probably closest to the bed is a stiletto dagger. She is currently running the handle of her whip over you after you've ripped off her dress. Trying to, like, herd you towards the bed.
He backs up towards the bed, and right as the banister kind of like touches him, he'll spring forward and like scoop her up and pull her onto the bed with him.
All right. You may avoid being tied down face down. She will seek to tie your wrists regardless, though, with you facing up.
Eroll will start just passionately kissing her and holding her head. And if she wants to tie him up while that's happening, so be it.
She seems to take great joy in it, making out with you in between each knot. When she's done, when you've had a good amount of fun.
And she ties me up with the whip?
No, with whatever's available, honestly. Probably silk scarves that she
Okay.
would have in the room.
Yeah, sure.
It's haphazard. It doesn't seem that she planned
well, that's fine.
that. She does keep hold of the whip. Obviously, she puts it down when she needs to tie you, but she straddles you. She runs that whip down the center of you, having it stop at the sternum, and she leans in and she says, "So, what are you and your friends here for?"
Darling, I came here for one thing and one thing only.
Is that so? She leans down further and puts a hickey at the side of you, right along your shoulder. And then she moves to remove her skirts. This is a bit of a process. There's a lot of skirts.
Oh, yeah.
And she's taking her time.
This is not Eroll's first time conducting close quarters combat with a Vodace villainess.
You seem to keep strange company.
That has been the blessing of my entire life, darling.
Would you like to keep stranger company? She accentuates that by tossing a skirt off into the corner.
A smile cracks across Eroll's face. What did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking that you seem like you have a rough look about you. Like maybe...
We should invite the Eisenbird too? I think so.
She cracks a smile. One of those big smirks that like splits your face. And then takes the whip. And I think I have to put you into a risk at this time.
What's the risk?
Taking wounds.
Sure. I take wounds.
Oh, sure, all right. That makes sense to me.
And I gain a hero point for failing, right?
Yes, you absolutely
Yeah,
take
boy.
for every
She don't
single
know, but she's charging the laser.
for every single lashing individually that you accept, you may take a hero point.
What's the max?
I have no idea.
Well, he's got 20 health bars.
Also, how much damage did she do with the first one?
She's not looking to severely harm you. She is looking to punish you for your
Being
suggestion.
punished.
Yeah, you're being punished. So
I'm
it's
such a wicked boy.
He's a naughty boy.
so unless things escalate, you're taking one wound each time.
Let's do this. I'm gonna be fucking wrecked by the end of this game.
When you say wound, do you mean dramatic wound or do you mean
Not giving,
Flesh wounds, right?
I'm not
Flesh
giving a Garrett a full dramatic wound.
Oh, I'm gonna get there. If you
No,
if
if
she
you
goes
leave this
because
Yes, if you get yourself to a dramatic wound, you get a dramatic wound. Absolutely.
I want the dramatic wound.
he'll
You
straight
realize
up
that?
kill his character? Like that's.
Yep.
Well, not even that. Do you know
but
what
also-
happens when I
yeah,
get a dramatic wound?
Dramatic wounds make you better.
Yeah, right.
Well, the first one does.
Yeah.
Oh, the third one does too.
All right, so you're taking your first wound, and should that get to a dramatic wound, we'll get there.
Oh, did I upset you, darling?
She doesn't look upset when the whip cracks down on you. She looks like she is considering you cheeky or punishing you for your insolence, and is not meant to be like the most painful of whips. She goes for an area that will cause you less overall pain and aggravation in your life, something that won't rub too much against your clothes.
What clothes?
Yeah, but it's deft, and she's clearly skilled. This is not someone who's a pushover with her weapon. What, am I not enough for you?
Well, this isn't my first time being whipped now, is it?
Oh, then I think you can take a bit more than that. All right, the next one, she will absolutely go harder if you are choosing to fail again.
Yup.
You will receive 2 wounds this time, so it will be a total of 3 wounds.
Oh, now it's starting to sting. Why don't you kiss it and make it feel better?
She does. She drags her tongue up the side of the welt, and then she plants a kiss exactly where it hurts, and a little nip, and then a little bite, and then she gets up and looks at you and she says, I'd have to think about it. She's pretty, but I don't know if she's my type. What about your friend?
Eroll rolls his eyes. I'm sorry, what? Who are we talking about now? What?
I don't know her name. The one in the black and purple.
The Strega?
Well, you don't think every Vodace has thought about it?
Well, I don't know what goes through the heads of Dolce, but I tend not to try and fuck with fate. Or the she. Or really any practitioners of magic. Bad luck, I think.
Are you scared?
Scared? No, I think I'm just proactive in my health. I mean, whips aside.
Oh, don't tell me you're an upright citizen.
No, I just have a healthy fear of the she and Cyanith and things from beyond the veil.
When you say that you have a healthy fear of Cyanith, she sits back and she tilts her head at you. What are you afraid of?
Well, you didn't grow up in the Glamour Isles, so you don't know, but the she will come and literally steal children out of their cradles.
No. Talk about your fear of the Cernith.
Well, it's all connected, isn't it?
Be specific.
Well, we're basically talking about monsters and demons and all of the things from beyond. Superstition never hurt anyone and has only helped people survive all of the evil doings of those beings. Perhaps their trickery. Look, I just don't want to wake up with no memories on a beach having found out that I've sired a few bastards of some fairies, alright?
Don't tell me you're too much of a good boy for that.
Too good of a boy for what?
For taking power where it lies.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like you have to be extra careful when dealing with those beings. Point being, if we're talking about Vocessa, and she is a fate witch, if you were to upset her, she could do some seriously bad damage to your life.
Are you threatening me?
Threatening you? No, I'm talking about if I were to start making out with her and she didn't like the way my tongue was moving. I don't want to have to, have a screw with my fate, and then every time I try to get busy wherever I go, things go wrong for me.
Oh, you were hotter when you weren't talking. And she leans down to keep making out with you.
Eroll will oblige.
So, from the way that the scene is going, we're probably going to be cutting to black.
Is she going to deal any more damage to me during this cutting to black?
She wants to.
I
What's your stop point?
Give her.
Because I'm going to tell you very clearly right now,
yeah.
she is enjoying the concept of giving as much as you'll take.
Garrett will kill his character. I want you to know that.
Makes it easier on her.
Fair enough.
Are you saying that for every point of damage I take, I get a hero point, though?
For the rest of this, because we are fading to
That's
black.
right, 'cause you're only supposed to get one for that, so that was kind of like a unique scenario.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you won't be receiving more hero points because it's not narration.
Never mind. He
You've
might not
already
kill his character.
you've already gotten 2 hero points out of getting very happily kidnapped. I think you're good.
Will she deal me a dramatic wound if I get a hero point?
What are you doing?
He's negotiating.
Exactly, this is a negotiation.
You already got 2 hero points.
Right,
No.
but I want a third.
Then do something cool.
I feel like getting a dramatic wound while having sex with this Vodocci bird is a fantastically cool thing to do.
She'll give you the wound and not the point.
Yeah, you're not getting another hero point for this unless you can make this negotiation. Tell me why what you do here deserves a hero point.
It's time to lift the cups. Just lift the cups.
That's
and
fair.
capture her.
If you can tell me right now
time for
why
comment.
what you do is so cool that I should give you another hero point, I might believe you.
Eroll, while making out with her, is going to slip the silk cuffs and surreptitiously put them on her. And reverse roles here. He's going to try and study some Montavi whips play himself.
Do you, when you do this, make any expression of interest towards her whip?
No.
All right.
He is going to just passionately keep her attention on his passionate kissing with her. Mm-hmm. He will move his hips in seductive ways where he is driving her insane. And while he is doing all of this, he is going to be secretly getting his hands out of the bonds and slipping them over her hands.
I'm going to double check hero points real quick. Do you have a quirk or a hubris that you feel would apply to the situation?
My 2 backgrounds are privateer and explorer, The quirk for Explorer is earn a hero point when you let your eyes gaze upon a sight few, if any, have never seen before.
So I guess that's up to you.
How many? What's your body count?
Backstory exactly. Yeah.
Ew.
I think you also.
We're
wrote this
just talking
scene.
mechanics, all right? We're just talking mechanics.
What's the other quirk?
What's that? I earn a hero point when I defeat enemies of the Crown of Avalon.
You know what? That one I'll give you.
It's
I was
strictly,
fighting for Queen Elaine and didn't even know it.
it was strictly metaphor.
You may have your hero point, but you will absolutely be taking that dramatic wound.
Okay.
Wait. Does he still get to capture her? I was into this story.
He is still, by the merit of how she has enacted her mechanics, technically captured.
Because because here's the thing: once we fade to black, after a while, Eroll is just passed out unconscious, so she's got him dead to rights either way.
Sure.
I'm just trying to make sure that she understands that if I wanted to get out, I could.
Actually, I really like the idea of you straight up capturing her and then passing out drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not drunk, but like he's
So-
just he's
Sausage,
spent.
just
Yeah.
you're all
I
tuckered out.
need a nap now.
I win.
I will not be accepting the idea that you've captured her unless you choose to make that more mechanical in nature. If you
Perfect.
want,
I will-
want to make this like a full-on risk and like you want for some reason to kidnap her right now,
Yes,
sure.
I will 100% make a risk to try and like I said, I want to swap bonds with her. I will 100% make a roll to try and do so, and if I fail to do so, obviously she beats me for being a bad boy.
Garrett, I think we've set the stage pretty well here. I think you understand the situation that you're in. I want to make sure that you understand all of the elements that could help you or harm you. I think you do.
I'm
I think
sure
you
I
got it.
don't, but that's okay.
I think you understand that there is a potential risk here.
Yeah, I understand that. Do I understand all of the elements? No.
What is your actual approach here? What are you trying to do?
I am trying to keep her distracted from my sleight of hand by passionately kissing her and making out with her and keeping her attention to the carnal arts.
Okay, and your objective with that, it is to counter kidnap her?
Yeah, I basically, she has me tied up, and I think it would be fun to tie her up and basically have my way with her that way.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Because she's
that
probably not
sounds-
expecting that. And if I were able to do that without her knowing until I have the silk bonds upon her, I think that would be fantastic.
I am absolutely going to judge that this is a panache roll. I personally feel that this is a tempt roll. However, this is not an easy person to tie down.
Certainly not.
I'm going to judge that in order for her to be tied, you need to get a total of 2 raises. And in order to not be noticed doing such a thing, if you want to be real slick about it, that's another additional raise.
Perfect.
Should you fail to get these 3 raises, there will be another consequence introduced.
Perfect. First time using theft in a scene?
Yes.
Flare?
Yes.
Sea legs might apply too.
No. However, this is the time if you want to add in any relevant bonus merits.
Like sea legs.
5 raises, and I have a die if you want to buy it.
I do.
So Eroll will slip one of the silk bonds during this heated makeout session. He'll slip the other bond. Then he'll gently kind of grab her hands, but keeping the kiss so intense that she doesn't really realize, wait a minute, his hands are tied. We'll pull her arms up to where they were and slip them through the bonds. And by the time that she realized what's going on, he's tightened the silk and reversed the grip on her.
I gotcha. Or rather, you got me. All right, we're going to narrate out because I think that's going to escalate, and I think the two of you are
for
trapped
sure.
in
At this point,
scene.
this has gone far beyond black. And by the end of everything, even with Eroll's clever reversal, once he is spent, he's passed out at her mercy.
Are you declaring yourself helpless?
100%.
On a mechanical level, it is the end of Garrett's scene there, and there's going to be some time that passes after the ship narrowly avoids impact and continues going down the river. So, you are all able to rescue him, or try to, should you so choose. It's been quiet for a while. That disturbance wasn't immediately followed up on. The night is deepening, and you can hear occasional heron cries striking up, and they're sharp, they're plaintive, almost accusational.
A couple of those heron cries sound weirdly like Erroll Cocksure.
But generally speaking, it's an oppressive silence that's returning to the world outside of your bubble. There's the murmur of the current and the hubbub of people aboard, ship noises. Everything returns to normal eventually, and it's time to go to bed. Do you?
Vocessa will give Yuri his loot back once things settle back down. He had tossed it to her when things started getting dicey.
Thank you. It's well cared for.
It was well behaved. You didn't tell us your story.
No, I did not. I suppose I was avoiding it.
She continues to stare at him like as if to say it's not going to be avoided anymore.
In my lands there is a great spirit, the Matushka. She is a teacher, sometimes a teacher of harsh lessons. I was a father of 2 boys, both of whom had become very political amidst all of the strife of Usura. They sought to rebel against Ilya, the Mad King. To me it was foolish. There is money to be made, a life to be had. Getting involved in such, it asks much. But my boys were set on becoming heroes, and were forced to do so without my help, without my support, without all that a father would teach their sons. And for my unwillingness to be the father that my very heroic boys deserved, they were taken from me. But Matushka gives great gifts with her lessons. And now, if I can, I will be where I need to be to build a proper hero. And he kind of gives like a side glance over to Jean-Paul and back to her and nods. For my boys.
Your boys deserved better.
Da.
The world is not kind to those with big hearts.
No, I suppose that it is not.
It's not easy to be good-hearted in a world where power is the domineering force of judgment.
It is part of what I think makes my dear friend Jean-Paul so special. As a boy, he had a soft heart, I am told. He hides it. But I will have you know that he is kinder and braver than most. Taught by his dear friend, Monsieur Metans. Yeah, lets out a little chuckle. You see, Jean-Paul learned his morality from, well, you can't learn it exactly in Montaigne from the nobility. But he had a secret, imaginary friend who taught him to be a good man, a hero. I am simply here to remind him of what Monsieur Mitons taught him, the little kitten that he imagined.
Jean-Paul is nearby, keeping an eye out on... What was the fake name we came up with for the girl?
Kira.
Kira, thank you.
Where are you guys, may I ask, since...
It is my feeling that I am telling this story as though he is far away.
Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely within your shot. There's no way, like...
Sometimes
in
I still
truth-
hear his voice.
Yeah, he's like right there,
Yeah.
like a bench away.
Yes. What room do you believe you are all,
On
question
deck?
mark, in?
Yeah, I don't think we've even made it to the. I'm gonna get up and get ready to go crash. But right now, I'm just talking about Jean-Paul and his origin story as though he is not right next to me.
Got it. I will let you go in a second. Is everyone here?
It is my intention to sleep on the bench under the stars and just kind of be like, have some like folk hero energy while I just kind of chill.
Sure.
I assume we were on deck.
Sure.
It sounds like we're on the main deck, and Vocessa definitely went to return the loot.
Yep.
She's got Kira with her because they are sharing a bedroom.
Yep.
She will invite Poppy Seed to stay in the room with them.
Understandable. If you want Poppy Seed with you, she can either be with you or in bed.
No, we're not going to let the child wander around the ship anymore. Not with sea creatures and ne'er-do-wells. No, she's with me.
Gotcha.
Was our ward armed? I cannot remember.
No, she has no weapon.
It does not look like she has any weapons or capacity for weapons.
She probably has like a functional knife like most people do, but she doesn't have any like weapon.
So if you will allow me for this, Jean-Paul, as they were up on deck, and as Yuri is talking too much,
About you.
is trying to ignore it, and was probably talking to our ward sort of nearby,
Sure.
if we're all sort of walking in a group.
Sure.
Just going over the basics of, like, hey, so somebody's going to come try and kill us all again tonight. Here's how you stab someone. And is, like, doing that sort of, like, here's how you use your knife. Here's how you stab somebody. This is what it's going to feel like.
How is it that you are choosing to express to her what it feels like to take a human life?
I'm not trying to get her to take a human life.
Okay.
I am specifically trying to be like, here is how you cut someone who is coming after you. Here's how you defend yourself with a knife. The goal is not to kill them for you. The goal is to chase them off long enough for one of us to come kill them for you. But in order to do that, you can... The part where he's probably failing is where he's like, you can die in seconds.
You know what's the fucking fucked up thing that, like, this is probably just part, like, fucked up on me, though, is, like, the fact that teaching someone how to kill someone versus being like, no, I'm not going to teach you how to kill someone, I'm going to teach you how to cut somebody, is a way more, like, villainous fucked up line.
For sure. I'm a Valru fighter, man. I don't know what to tell you.
You will not give
Am
death.
I not, like,
You will gift pain.
right?
He's trying to be good at it and can be a convincing and charming man.
You will not take
Whether or
lives.
not I'm successful at doing that,
You will
that's up
take
to you. But that is
fingers.
where I assume I will be nearby.
Sure. Jean-Paul, you are successful at doing this. You are putting your heart in as much as you'd like to pretend that it's a blackened and withered heart. And as much as you would love to go against your companion, you absolutely can make her hear what you're saying and the intention of it.
He is trying not to, as best as he can, he is trying not to be, like, scary about this,
Yes.
but is also thinking about, like, the first time he stabbed someone and how much that made him seize up in the moment and how that earned him a couple of scars. And he is trying to impress, however successfully or not, what it is to cut somebody so that she's not scared in the moment.
In another situation, you might have rattled her, but she sneaks a peek over to Yuri. And you can see that Yuri has earned trust in the way that her eyes slide from him to you, and he's talking about your, was it Mr. Mittens?
As soon as, by the way, as all this is going on, as soon as he says Monsieur Mittens, Jean-Paul snaps a look over at Yuri and says, why do I even tell you things in confidence?
I think that it was meant to be a secret. But the little catman had a sword. Very brave.
You can see Razra giggling, even though it hurts. This contraption is not made for having a smile that big. But she trusts you entirely as this happens.
And a little hat, too.
And she will absolutely follow your instruction exactly as you give it.
Did he have boots?
He did have the little boots.
Where are you, Herman?
I'm probably on the ship.
I need a location.
I narrowed it down. There's this whole world, and I'm on the ship. In my room, I guess?
All right, thank you.
His boots were black. His coat was blue. It was very complimentary to his orange fur. Now pay attention! It's all beside the point anyways. I was reminded very suddenly that the whims of childhood need to be left behind if you are going to grow and protect yourself in any sort of way in this world. You did not have to, and he looks over at Vocessa, you did not have to say that the world is cruel to soft-hearted people. You could have just left it at the world is cruel. No?
She kind of holds up her hand.
He nods at her. So,
I would disagree, though, that the whims of childhood need to be left behind.
well,
Because I think without them, we forget who we are and who we should be.
Touche. She has a point.
cling to them too long and they will be ripped violently from you. Better to let them go on their own than to watch precious childhood memories be strangled in front of your eyes.
She kind of looks at him like there is more trauma to this than...
Jean-Paul's father is a complicated man.
Vocessa will look at Kira. I know you're getting lessons about how to strike rather than be struck. She will kind of like hold up one of her wrists to show one of her manacles. Do you want one of these on your wrist so that you can't be separated from me?
I already feel like I'm chained. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
That's why I'm giving you a choice.
You don't anyways. It will interfere with your footwork. Jean-Paul like flips the knife.
She looks between the two of you. She was absolutely going to give in and start to outstretch her wrists to Vocessa. And then John Paul says that. And split and confused by the lessons that he's just given her, her head flips to him.
You can also just strangle someone with the chain.
Or I don't think I could, actually.
Why not?
It's so violent.
It's not worse than stabbing someone.
It's more tiresome to strangle someone to death than to cut them.
Well, I'm not talking to death.
And as Jean Paul goes more morbid with it, gets a little scarier, she does extend her wrists out to Vocessa, and you are able to put that on her.
And Vocessa shows her how to open it. So that way, if she at any point gets uncomfortable with it, she herself can unmanacle herself.
You can see that Razra is deeply appreciative of that.
If you find yourself going overboard, the first thing you should do is slip those buns.
Thank you, Jean-Paul. Very helpful.
Drowning is a terrible death.
All right, that sounds like a good time to kick off a dramatic sequence.
Oh, thank God. Oh, no more of this. No more emotions. Kill bad guys.
So the way that this is going to start is a dramatic sequence. It has the potential to transition into becoming an action sequence should things go a certain way. Right now, you guys are hanging out and it's peaceful. But there are things starting up. Herman, you're in the room. What are you doing?
I mean, how long has it been? Am I sleeping? Do I have like a little nightcap on and like pajamas?
If you want to be in your honk shoe me fit, you can absolutely be in your honk shoe me fit.
Why are you using so many more syllables to try pajamas? With a series of onomatopoeias.
Are you?
I am wearing my pajamas. Yes, my sleeping clothes.
In your sleeping costume.
Yes.
Eyes in pajamas. And chainmail.
His nightcap.
You've had a quiet end to your night, and you're relaxing in your room, and then there's an awful scraping noise. At your window, you see a glint like a creature's fang as a wicked scythed blade catches moonlight for a moment. Just before that same blade, you see it more clearly as it goes in as a khopesh. It hooks into the edge of your window. It looks like someone is using that motion to haul themselves up with efficiency, and then they try to open the window.
All right. I will congratulate myself internally.
They absolutely fail. There's this awful scratching noise of blade against glass. Their hand descends towards the window, and they expect it to be open. And that
seems like a good time as any to use a pistol on them.
Oh, that seems valid.
You violated the terms of my room.
Understood. I feel you've told me your approach. That's a finesse aim roll.
It's my first time using it. I will say that he will reach over to the nightstand, pick up his loaded pistol, cock it, and shoot it through the window at the individual trying to break into his room.
Yeah, you can have flair. Gather your dice. Do you have any bonuses to that?
No, I take less wounds from brute squads. That's it.
Well, this person is a member of a brute squad,
Yep.
So should you not successfully gun this man down, then I guess that'll be relevant.
Yep.
Right now, I think you have every advantage, so...
Not my best thing, but 2 raises right now.
All right.
Awesome.
Tim, do you still have the same dice pool? Have you moved your dice pool?
I haven't.
I would like to increase the total needed for a raise by 5
Okay.
for a risk or a round by spending one of the villain points
Sure.
I've been given.
So I will have 1 raise.
But in this instance, the 1 raise is frankly enough. As this is still a dramatic sequence for the moment, I'll just be narrating it as so at this
Sure.
moment. You take aim and you hit him squarely center mass. That gun is loud, and the sound echoes throughout the entire boat. And very sharply, you hear this man's body slap into the river below. He is taken out of the equation, regardless of whether he lives or dies. He is swept under, and he is not your problem anymore. I presume this means you're looking outside the window.
Yes, I will be looking around to see if there are more ne'er-do-wells trying to break into my room.
Put your eye up to the hole you just made.
No one else is trying to break into your room specifically, but as you look outside the window, it's probably entirely shattered, but I like the idea of there being a little hole there. You can see that to your left and to your right, there are shadowed figures rising silently, scaling the ship's hull. They have leather gloves on that are giving them some grip to their ropes. They're all dampened with that brackish spray. Some of the figures are moving with more grace. These are the ones with Khopesh at their sides, like the one that had tried to get into your room. And these ones have the look of pirates, maybe locals. By their manner of dress, it's practical, it's worn, it's not particularly fussy. And they do seem to move with a certain amount of practice. Like if someone skimmed up scum, someone hired them. These are good hires. Their predation is experience, it's sneaking. But apart from that group, that was 1 out of 2 who seem to be pirates specifically. So there's only 1 left who has exactly the same garb. But there's more. Some of them have more the build of an assassin or a duelist. And those are the ones who are waiting for ropes to be established below. They're a roguish lot. Less used to climbing. Some of them wear faces that you associate with the Vodace. Somewhat similarly to Jean-Paul, their finery has been diminished. Some of them, you can have glimpses of brocade, flashes of their brigandine, but they don't have like an upright style. They're not like they used to have a noble profession like your companion. They're more rambunctious in their fashion. Collars carelessly askew, belts, baldricks loose, kind of a debonair, devil-may-care sort of vibe. They are carrying weapons. They seem prone to violence, and they are waiting for these ropes to be tied up so that they can ascend. Now, there's only 1 other rope that is being tied at the moment. All right, we're going to move to the others. You hear a very loud gun on the ship, and directly after, you hear a body hit the water.
Jean-Paul had already had his mangoche in hand while he was going through the steps with the girl, but as soon as he hears the gunshot and the body hit the water, his sword comes out in his other hand, and he begins looking around, quickly looking at Yuri and Vocessa. Told, where are the others?
Not as fast as Jean-Paul is to react. Yuri sees him, hears his question, shakes his head, not knowing exactly where the rest are. And in preparation for battle, he will tear the sleeves of his shirt off, revealing big, strong, hairy arms that are covered in Usuran tattoos. I am ready.
Vocessa definitely doesn't rip her sleeves at all. I will spend a hero point
To keep her sleeves.
to keep my sleeves on.
Man, your shirt budget must be through the fucking roof.
I'm going to get to that because as soon as you did that, I remembered another thing Tim and I used to do. So I am going to get to that.
But right now, Erika.
In order to activate Sorte, Vocessa will spend a hero point, and visibly, as Yuri rips his sleeves off and says that he's ready, Vocessa's hands just start bleeding. And she says, so am I. I think Herman went to bed. I don't know where Eroll went. He was making eyes at the Vodace woman.
He was making eyes at everyone.
Perhaps he is scouting.
With no immediate attackers, Jean-Paul flicks the tip of his rapier down, twirls both of the ripped off sleeves, and then flicks them up, catches them, and tucks them into his belt. This is not the first time that he's been around Yuri when he ripped his sleeves off.
Fancy. All right, sounds like you guys are taking some time to make some preparation, make some decisions. We're going to flash back to Eroll because I think you've been woken up.
Yeah. Not a gunshot. Where am I?
So I'm a little split here because mechanically, you've not been rescued yet, so she still has you. I'm going to judge that each of you has passed out with 1 wrist tied to 1 bed frame.
Post.
Bed posts. I don't actually care whether it's the posts.
Well,
it could be any part of it that you manage to tie
Each
to.
bed frame implies there are 2 beds.
Or it's a bunk bed.
Right.
So much room for activities.
All right. Yes.
Well, she
you're
can
tied to the same bed frame.
Yep. Right on. Is she also sans clothes?
She is absolutely naked, But as soon as there is a gunshot, she is untying herself, and she does so swiftly, and getting ready. She's putting clothing on.
Darling, what are you doing?
She ignores you and continues getting ready.
All right, well, I just have one wrist tied.
Depends how much you hesitate, for now.
Oh, yeah, so he'll start untying himself. Like nothing's going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Darling, I hardly think it's our business to be worrying about a gunshot.
It's mine, and she shoves you back on the bed.
All right, well, fair enough. He'll grab up his knickers and start putting them on.
Eroll, it is explicitly your job to be worrying about a gunshot. We're supposed to be protecting someone.
You were
Who knows if the gunshot has to do anything with us or our clients?
That was hours ago.
She is almost certainly dead by now.
Do you know how many guns there are from here all the way to the sea?
Not that many.
All over the place.
As you are distracted putting on your knickers, she takes her sword and jams it underneath your chin, drawing a bead of blood from your neck.
Darling, I'd love to go for round 2, but we probably should get up and get dressed at least.
She leans in and she says, "Are you going to be helpful, or are you going to be a pain?
With what?
I'm here for a reason.
And that is?
The girl."
Wait a minute. The girl I'm protecting?
She is going to press that sword in to give you another wound, unless you are going to do something about it.
No,
as soon as you say that.
Nah.
That laser is getting so powered up.
He gets sliced and starts bleeding, and he kind of like slaps the sword aside. He goes, careful with that, you just nicked me.
Are you ready to join, or should I take you out first?
Wait, you're offering to hire me? He stands up and like gets right in her face.
Yes.
With a smile.
I happen to like keeping men like you around.
Very well. If I may inquire as to who is my employer now.
Well, that would be me.
Just you? You're not working with anyone?
What do you mean, just?
I just think you'd be working with, like, maybe Sexton Hardcastle or Il Vorto. No? Maybe Sergio Soldado. Or perhaps his brother. You're not working with Isabella Villanova, are you?
She tires of you listing off names.
Therese with the Rosencross?
And she is
Annie
about...
Reid? Alana O'Bannon? Katerina, that Lucerne bird?
She's taking her sword and jamming it through your knickers. She is pinning you.
Whoa! I'm on board. I'm working with you now. I'm just trying to figure out exactly who it is, because if I'm being honest, there's a lot of people out there who want me dead.
Am I getting on that list?
I don't think so. I think you're perhaps in the part of the list that wants me alive and kicking, eh?
I'm not sure that I can trust you.
Why would you say that?
You're acting slippery.
Slippery? Oh. You're just worried that you can't tie me down with the silk ropes anymore, that's all.
Well, let's give it a shot then. And she moves in to immobilize you.
Now, mechanically, do you want to consider me to be considered to be still captured by her, or is there a chance that I can actually talk my way out of bondage?
I'll give you the chance. I'm going to make that very expensive rolls, though.
Sure.
Are you trying to convince her?
Yes, I think so.
Then I think that you know the circumstance here, and I'm going to call that convince panache.
What if he uses the fact that they had a great time together, and he is giving her the smolder?
Sure, you can make that tempt.
I would love to make that tempt.
I'm going to do this very quickly, Garrett. In order to convince her that she should not tie you up right now, it is a total of 3 raises that you'll need.
Perfect. Would you give me a die for flair here?
Yes. However, I will also be spending a danger die in order to make sure that you need 15, not 10, in order to get
15,
those.
not 10, gotcha.
Should you fail to get 3 raises, you will remain within her power.
No. I have 3 raises, exactly.
Awesome.
Well, no, dear, come now. I think you just haven't had someone as exciting as I've been in your life for quite a while.
Are you trying to say you can keep up?
Of course I can keep up.
Then I want you to prove it to me.
And what can I do to make you believe me?
I think that it's time to go, and I think it's time to collect that girl. And I think it's time for you and me to take up a place in the City of the 5 Sails. I deserve power there. I haven't been given power. They keep looking over me. Others, they think the witches are so powerful. I've put a lot more work into it.
Say less, my love. You're absolutely smoldering when you talk about power this way. And he'll pull her in for a kiss. Lead the way.
And so she does.
Eroll will then snatch up his clothes, and seeing that his shirt is absolutely slashed up from, hours previous, and his pants are also torn and ripped, he realizes that now he's just wearing a pair of stabbed-through knickers, and will just grab up one of her lacy scarves, tie it around his waist, and belt it off with his sword belt, and put on his boots, and will hurry after her as she hurriedly leaves the room, because he does want to keep up with her.
You select a green and orange scarf with a fringe. It has a paisley pattern. Herman, when you have looked around and you've tried to get about an approximate estimate of how many men are trying to board this ship, you would guess that it's around 25, maybe 24, maybe 23. What are you going to do next?
Well, if they keep going down, I'm not going to have to do anything.
It's somewhere between 20 and 30, but you know that you've taken one out.
I think I've successfully reduced the brute strength squad.
You have. So currently, the brute strength of the squad of pirates is 1.
Okay.
The other squads, the duelists and the assassins, they have higher strengths.
Herman will yell out, "We're being boarded! Arms! To arms!" What side are we on? This is the port side?
Sure.
Boarding on the port side! And then I will grab up my sword, my doctor bag, put my pistol in the doctor bag, and head towards the deck.
You are able to hear his cry on the deck.
Jean-Paul whips around to look to port.
When you look, you can see that there is a large assortment of scoundrels. And one of them has paws, one that looks like he's a seasoned pirate. And he is at Razra and Vocessa's window. And he is opening that window, but then he hears nearby, "We're being boarded." And he can look inside and he can see that there's no one inside that room. And he can look up and see that you see him. And he ties off his rope and scurries inside and starts motioning for the others to board.
Hello, idiot. And I'm going to start walking forward, like walking across the deck with purpose.
They're boarding through that room, as far as you know.
Someone find Eroll and keep an eye on the girl. No?
I have her.
Yeah, I'm just going to start walking towards that room. Because they're all coming in, from what I can tell, like a large group of people is coming in through a single window.
It does seem that some of them are readying to go up that rope. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like they all expect to go up that rope.
Are there multiple ropes, like over the, whatever you call, like the
Yes.
side of
The railing?
The railing?
Not over the railing, but there are multiple ropes in a coil over that one pirate's shoulder.
Okay, I see. But they have to exit a door. No matter how many people he comes in that way coming in, they have to come out a door, right?
Anyone who would choose to enter in through that window would have to go through that room and then exit the room into the ship.
And they are all currently scaling the port side of the ship, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
There seem to be some who expect another way to enter to pop up.
Vocessa will peek over the port side. She will deliberately keep an arm around Razra and keep her away from the view. Now, there were pirates, there were assassins, and there was one other.
You're able to peek over and gather that there is a couple different distinct groups. The one that I am describing as a pirate, simply because that's his mechanical brute squad name. And you're not entirely sure of the exact numbers unless you stop to get like a significant head count. But maybe something like 10 to 15 of each of the other groups of the duelists and assassins. Some people seem like they are locals who've been hired. Some people seem like a crew that was brought to this purpose.
Which one looks the most capable?
The person who is currently helping them get into the boat is definitely the guy who's best at helping them get into the boat.
Not the person, the squad.
Oh, It's going to depend on your perspective. I will tell you what the brute squads do because you are able to get a good eyesight on them. Erika, Vocessa can see that some of them might have the ability to act in a more speedy manner than your crew by their training as assassins. And you can see that some of them are able to attack more, like they might be able to fit a second attack into the same turn. Those would be the duelists.
As Vocessa stares down at the squads, she recognizes the threat, and she sees the strands of fate weaving together as these things crawl up the side of the ship, forming a tighter and tighter picture. And with her free hand, she reaches out and grabs hold of the strands of fate and makes a flinging motion. And she is using the advantage reckless takedown,
I see.
which allows her to take out an entire brute squad, regardless of strength.
Uh-huh.
And at the exchange of a hero point, and I take a dramatic wound.
All right. Which one are you targeting?
She will take out whichever squad seems the largest.
Can you just roll one of those?
1.
It is the duelists.
All right. As Vocessa stands at the edge of the ship, there is a frightened sort of determination that comes over her eyes as she seems to watch a picture that no one else can see. Her hand suddenly thrusts out and her nails rake down as if she is ruining a portrait with her fingernails. Her fingernails fly off of that hand, and the tips of her fingers are raw and bloodied and blistered. And as Vocessa's ruined hand comes down, the fate of the squad of duelists is suddenly thrown into disarray as they are tossed from their boats, they are thrown into the sea, and suddenly their fate no longer involves the ship that they were once boarding. They now have a different story to tell.
They all hope very much that their story does not conclude in drowning. You can see that some of them are managing to keep their heads up above the waves. Some of them aren't. The terrible power of the fates has been enacted. But you've only put them into a new path. What they do with it, that's on them.
Ultimately, if fate wanted them to die, they were going to die aboard the boat anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All I have done is give them a new direction, and I have paid the price.
Erika, you have a dramatic wound, and that means that you have some advantages and disadvantages in this situation. You find yourself focused. You find yourself knowing exactly what's important. You can dig deep and find that you might be able to apply some bonuses. Now, these can be situational. I just want to remind you that you have options. But if you get too many wounds, and this goes for anyone, you'll be made helpless. And it would take someone of great evil to kill you. But it's possible.
Before we move on, my backgrounds are Sorte Strega. Quirk, I gain a hero point when I commit to a dangerous course of action that I believe is destiny.
Yeah, I think that you, frankly, probably got that at the beginning of the story. I'll take it now. Sure. Erika, I think you've earned it. You can have it.
Yay.
You can have it as a treat.
Also, I have the background of Orphan, where the quirk is earn a hero point when you put yourself in danger to ensure someone else doesn't have to be alone.
I have the same one.
Hell yeah. I have handcuffed myself to the football because wherever she's going to go, I'm going to go.
Yeah. I think that both of you should take it. If one of you is taking it, you are both putting yourself at risk. One of you has lost your sleeves, and one of you has lost your sleeves.
So Herman will march into the hallway, bare feet, pajamas, wielding a broadsword from his own nation, and knowing people will be coming in from other windows in this area, he will move towards them and prepare to repel the boarders.
So, Tim, as Herman makes it into the hallway and hears that one of the rooms is occupied, that pirate bursts out, a rope in one hand and a blade in the other hand. It looks like he's intending on setting another line for them.
All right. I will attempt to finish the job of taking out the pirates.
Okay. Weaponry and finesse.
Essentially, as he sees me and I see him, I will then thrust my sword in his general direction, hoping to take him out with a sizable but not deadly wound. Can I take a flare for that?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, basically, I'm going to determine that his initiative is effectively 1 in this instance.
Sure.
Due to there being one of him.
I have 2 raises. I'm hoping to put him down for a nap.
Well, each raise reduces the squad's strength by 1, and as there's only one singular pirate looking at you right now, you are able to put your sword through his gut.
You don't move around much, you should be fine.
It sounds like you've pinned him in a way that if he stays still and receives eventual medical attention, he'll recover well. You've not pinned him through any major organs.
He'll live a long, fruitful life as long as he stays very still.
Yep. With precision.
And then I will continue to march forward to the top deck to go find out where Vocessa and our charge is.
As you're walking, you can see that the men outside are going to be choosing a different route. They know that you're in that hallway, and they're hoping to go for a different approach because they can see that that one's not working out for them.
There's one crazy eyes in there, guys.
It's
Go another way.
It's the carpenter.
Garrett,
Yeah.
if you could please just roll a die, odds or evens, decide whether you encounter Tim. If it's evens, you encounter Tim.
I rolled odds.
All right. Herman, you meet up with the group on the deck.
It's like a scene from Scooby-Doo as they run from crisscross the corridors.
So yeah, I come on the deck wearing his very professional pajamas, sleeping cat, bare feet, wielding a sword in a doctor's bag.
At this point, we're going to start getting official with this action sequence.
Sounds good.
So, and we're going to have people narrate their approach. You know the circumstance. You know that there is at least one brute squad still trying to board. Some of you are aware that a villain is heading directly towards the objective. You know that you are defending atop the deck, and you know that there's others aboard the ship who may take actions. Now, you've made some friends along the way, the eyes in particular. You can expect that if they encounter any particular foes, they'll likely be on your side. As well as that Vessenmanavyar woman. There's people who are ready to help, and we'll see if that plays a factor. For now, what are your approaches? You guys are on alert, but you can't catch every angle. And these people are experienced at sneaking. You've taken out the pirates. That was going to be the strategy to get through the windows. You hear the thunk of grappling hooks, and you cannot stem every direction. They're coming up.
I will be assisting repelling boarders as they appear on deck. And if I find anyone to be too hurt, I will be assisting in helping them. But I think right now it's just repelling boarders.
I do need you to pick one approach per...
Weaponry.
Yeah. Okay. Tim, it does sound like you are doing finesse weaponry.
Sounds good.
Erika?
I am going to be using some form of sortie.
To do?
I mean, the cheap-ass answer is to alter the strands of fate and alter the outcome of our encounter.
So you sorte.
Yeah, so currently Vocessa is just watching the strands of fate for how best to utilize it. Mechanically, she has already spent for her lashes. She's going to take 4 of them, which for you means that if you would like, you may spend a danger die, and I cannot benefit from any die that is 4 or lower that I have rolled.
I will absolutely spend that danger die right now.
Okay, that is the downside of fate lashes.
Yeah. And the strings of fate tug back.
Oh yes, they don't like being touched.
Mm-hmm. Right,
I've already spent for it.
Erika, I don't believe that you're rolling, but I do want to determine an initiative for you. Could you tell me, please, what your wits is?
It's a 3.
All right. Do you have a relevant ability that you would argue in this instance?
Notice, scholarship, or weaponry.
All right. I'm going to go with either notice or scholarship that you may roll in order to determine how many raises you have to determine where you are in the initiative order.
Okay.
All right. Garrett, what is your approach?
Eroll is playing along as the love-struck toady to Isadora. He's looking for an opportunity to foil her plans, but figures he is in the best position for that, while she still thinks that he's on her side.
Awesome. That sounds like you are using panache, and that sounds like you are also using... I'm going to go with convince. Lex, what's your approach?
It is my intention to have Yuri transform and brawl.
Transform. I see.
Take big ol' swipes and toss brutes overboard.
Yeah.
That seems very straightforward. It sounds like you're doing brawn and brawl to me. And what is your approach?
I know Eroll's coming up with a villain, but is there an obvious villain on deck, or is this just a bunch of faceless goons that I'm aware of?
The way that I'm intending to roll this from narrative purposes, I know I'm playing it a little loose with this transition from a dramatic sequence into an action sequence.
Yeah, that's fine.
So basically, when we start this off, I intend on Isadora and Eroll Cocksure entering the scene. Every single villain will be at play when we start this round.
But
You do not, as of the beginning of this round, know that the villain will be here. She'll be entering on her initiative effectively. So it may go before you, but because you don't strictly know that she's coming or who she is, I will be causing you to spend a raise if you want to switch your approach.
yeah, as people come up onto the deck, he's going to stay close to the girl, and anytime someone gets close, he is going to cut them down.
That sounds like finesse weaponry to me. There are about 15 men that are coming up. These are the assassins, because your Fate Witch has gotten rid of the rest of them. And as you're looking around, you can see that the battles are erupting around the ship. Some of those grappling hooks that you saw are latching into other rooms. People that you have made friends with along the way, you can hear their roars, their blades clinging. This whole ship is erupting into chaos. Now, this brute squad of 15 is going to split up into a group of 8 and a group of 7. Now, as these consequences and opportunities are popping up, you see your good friend, Eroll Cocksure, arriving to the deck. And he is accompanied by a beautiful Vodace woman. So, the way that I'm going to do this, I think you guys know that you're in an all-out brawl at this point. I think you know that you're protecting the woman you came here to protect, and I think you know that things are about to get lethal if you fail. I am going to spend, let me double check, I think that's my final danger die to raise.
So, is this you raising? I have an important question, or the villain, now that a villain is here spending? Because that is a relevant question to me.
Well, relevant to your purposes, Rob, mechanically I am having the villain spend as she is arriving, and I will go into a narration unless you have some bullshit to throw at me.
I have some bullshit to throw at you.
So she sweeps up to the boat, Eroll by her side. Her clothes are askew, but she looks radiant. This is exactly where she's wanted to be, and she's thrilled to drop the pretenses. She's glowing. She's already had one victory tonight, and she's looking to have another. She makes eye contact with the assassins who are boarding, and she raises her whip and she cracks it at the sky, and she calls out, "Get the girl!" And then,
with the arrival and unmasking, Jean-Paul is also relieved that they're no longer playing games. As Vocessa saw quite a long time ago, Jean-Paul's virtue is that he is willful. So first, I guess for flavor, I'm going to spend because she's still like crazy hot.
She is so crazy hot.
Okay.
She is made worse crazy hot because she's coming out with,
Sex
bedhead.
Yep.
Just in case, I'm going to look at her when she shows up and starts doing stuff. I'm going to spend a hero point for indomitable will. Technically, it's not really, it's out of sequence, but flavorful.
Sure.
So if she is attempting to intimidate, seduce, or otherwise goad me, she just raw fails.
Got it.
But more importantly, I am willful. So I am spending a hero point for the remainder of the scene. I may not spend hero points.
Oh.
Neither can she.
So she was about to spend her last danger point to make all these raises for you a lot more difficult to achieve. She finds that as she cracks her whip and she looks out these assorted heroes standing around her prize, Jean-Paul
just looks at her, and technically my hubris, not that I could spend anything I earn right now, but my hubris is if I show disdain or contempt or look down on a villain, I get a hero point. Not that I can spend it.
Yep.
And I'm just going to look at her when she does her intimidation display and go, "Finally. Hello. Let us fight, yes?" And I look at Eroll and I'm like, "Ugh, Pythias. Fine, both of you then." And I just have a come at me, let's fucking do this, no other distractions, let's go.
Oh, good news! We found Eroll Cocksure Jr. Would you could join us?
Is he joining us?
What?
She looks at you, hair flowing over her shoulders, and she is expecting you to go make Jean-Paul bleed.
At that look from her to Eroll, Jean-Paul's defensive stance switches up to be more focused on Eroll than it is on her. He is not aware that you are pulling any deceptions right now.
At this point, I think we should just actually we should all roll our approaches because
Hey.
I think I've just been trying to. I'm rolling a play along, so if I want to
Yeah.
switch to fighting, I have to fucking raise to do so. So
Yeah, that's always an option for you. But yes, let's roll.
Appropriate flair for swordsmanship showdowns here.
You guys have been treating me with really great descriptions. I frankly think you all should consider yourself to have flair for the rest of this session, unless you really decide to just stop being cool.
Just shit the bed.
I think you guys have been doing it, and I don't need to make you guys keep on asking. If you guys have not used a particular ability that you're using at this time, please take an extra die. If you have a dramatic wound, I believe you also are able to take a die. If you have relevant bonuses, this would be the time.
I will say, Gira, please stay behind us. I'll be right back. And I will then take on the shape of a massive grizzly bear and begin mauling these assassins.
What does this look like when you take on the shape? Is it like a werewolf
It's
transformation?
like a quick werewolf transformation, but instead into a massive kind of pudgy but muscular bear.
And the flavor of this werewolf transformation, is it like skin ripping? Is it like shifting?
It is glowing, warping flesh.
Yeah, there we go.
Magic.
Hey, Rebecca,
Yes.
would you like to buy 5 hero dice?
Oh my god, dude. What? How many?
I can't use
Four or
any
le-
that
oh,
are
you
4
can't
or under.
use them.
Yeah.
Well, neither. Well, the brute squad can, but
Uh,
villain can't either.
I do have a brute squad left, and they need points, so absolutely.
Also, I can't spend any hero points for the rest of the scene, but arrogant gains me 1, and also duelist when I resort to the edge of my blade to protect noble ideals, and technically also naval officer for putting myself at risk for the crew
I think that you're doing all those things, and you may have all those points
that I cannot
that you
spend for this
super
scene.
can't use, and so I'm not prone
Well,
to
if we
argue
make
with
it
you.
out of this scene, I'll have a lot of hero points.
For drinking.
I am going to spend a danger point for each of the assassins. Erika, thank you for those. And their special ability is that they can go before the fastest hero. So they are going to probably head off this round after the villain.
That's good, because they were probably going to go before the fastest hero anyway.
Yep.
So the villain will be going first. So the way that the villains work in the system is that they do not need to declare their approach. Their roles are determined by their villainy rank, which I am able to conceal from you at this time. She will roll to determine how many raises she has. All right, she has a total of 8 raises. She is a powerful villain. She is stronger than she has influence. I won't be revealing her exact numbers to you yet. I will say that she did also get particularly lucky with this role. So the first thing that she's going to be doing is flexing her Mantovani style. Her style bonus is the Mantovani Flay. When she's wielding a whip, she gains a special maneuver in which she can deal 1 wound, and she'll choose a maneuver that you know your opponent can perform. So this will be a basic maneuver. She does not intend on playing for Jean-Paul. So she is going to, before she expects Eroll to take him out, remove Jean-Paul's ability to parry. You, Jean-Paul, cannot perform that maneuver on your next action because your weapon is bound up all up in her whip. Now this can only be performed once per round.
Does the Mantovani slash also deal damage?
Yes, this deals 1 wound. I believe that it takes 1 raise to do. Now the next people to go are going to be the group of 8 in the assassin squad. So the first person that they're going to go after is the person who has caused them the most woe. Herman, the 8 are looking at you.
I will look back at them sternly.
They're better than this. This should have been a smooth operation. They have pulled off many a heist like this, and they're mad. So working together, they're going to ensure that you take at least 8 wounds.
An important note for all of us at the table, because I just saw it. You know how there used to be like the bodyguard skill or whatever? That is no longer a skill. You can just declare that. And you
Yes.
can use your raises out of order to be like, I take those wounds, fuck off.
Herman faces off against the duelist, and due to fighting in a war and other things, is able to reduce the amount of damage he takes by his resolve.
Oh, that's a special ability of yours?
Yes.
Awesome.
So I will take 5 wounds and be at 1 dramatic.
Oh, you're a tank. Oh, shouldn't use that word. All right, Erika.
Yo.
Vocessa is closest to the target. So you're the next target of their ire. The group of 7 is going to try to lock in around you and break the protective stance you have over your friend.
Vocessa just wraps herself around the girl.
You're able to stumble back at times so that their blades don't always connect with you.
Now you should step in.
7 wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I have nothing. Go.
Yes, please do.
No, be the hero now. Now it's time for big hero shit.
You guys have been unclear about.
I was clear.
They are going to deal that 7 wounds to you, Vocessa.
At that point, a grizzly bear will loom over her and will be struck instead.
You're
And-
using the mechanic of being able to step in.
Yes, and he will retort with a growl for now, but more to come.
And also the mechanic of being a fucking grizzly bear.
I love that Tim's like, I don't want your help. And Lex immediately starts pouting. I'm like, all right, well, Erika takes a bunch of damage, and Lex is just busy pouting.
Well, I was looking at her
she's like,
I didn't see
like
you, man.
I'm sitting here like this, like,
I didn't.
and she's like, okay, I take it. I'm like, all right.
No, I literally just could not see you.
Lex is like, fuck y'all.
He's like,
Like,
All right, I'll be a fucking bear somewhere else.
no, you be a bear here.
Yes.
You
Now I'm out.
Brother, you
That's the
house in right
adventure.
over here.
I'll tell everyone the sad story about how you all decided to take your own damage.
No,
and
you housing in front of me.
The shadow of a grizzly bear falls over you, and suddenly, you're not being stabbed. The blade that you thought was coming for you, the cuts that you could already feel running over your skin, it was just a phantom made by fear. You're all right. The girl that you're protecting, she's all right too. The grizzly bear, well, his fur reddens with blood.
Vocessa kind of looks over her shoulder and is surprised that there's a bear, but grateful that there's a bear, and gives a nod of thanks, and there is gratitude in her bright gray eyes.
Spotting that somehow, against all odds, there is a fucking grizzly bear on this bow. She will turn her attention to that, leaving her new minion to prove his loyalty. She is going to attempt a lunge to the grizzly bear. She is spending all of her raises. She will deal a number of wounds equal to her ranks in weaponry plus the raises you spend. These cannot be avoided or prevented. You guys are learning her strength in this moment. She has 10 strength, and that goes down to 5 in this instance due to her being a villain using a dueling maneuver. So she is dealing a number of wounds. That's 5, plus the raises she spends, and she is spending all of them. You'll be taking 12 wounds.
Come.
That should come with some dramatic wounds along the way. However, that does take her out of the initiative. So who's next?
I guess it's me. She just did the thing I was going to try and bait her into doing. So I watch her do that, and real quick, but I look back at Eroll, who I am still squared up with. You're such a fucking Avalonian idiot. And
How dare you?
I've got no sign that you are not.
No, I am nips out, boots, and a
Do you-
green and orange scarf that looks like it belongs to her, wrapped around my midsection.
Do you have your weapons out?
My sword's on my hip,
It's on your hip.
but I've been following behind her.
All right. I guess
I mean, he said the nips out were out, man.
dangerous weapon.
I just gesture at him. I guess I'll use 2 raises because I have to change my approach.
Do you? Your approach is weaponry.
If you're
He doesn't
not...
want to stab you.
I'm not stabbing you right now. You don't have your swords out.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes, unfortunately, you do have to change your approach if you are not stabbing Eroll.
There's still Brute Squad guys nearby, though,
You
right?
can absolutely stab them
Okay,
instead.
I look at Eroll, and as like guys are swarming onto the deck, I'm just going to reach out and stab one of them that's going past. I look at Eroll and gesture with my mangosh and be like, "Take your blades out. We'll do this properly."
Do you choose the group with 8 or the group with 7?
I don't know.
All right, you choose the group with 8.
The only rule that I couldn't quite figure out is it mentions that duelists are extremely good at taking out brute squads because, and ordinarily, I can't tell if it's when you do maneuvers that deal additional wounds, if it takes out multiple brutes.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out.
Oh.
I believe that should take out multiple brutes because they each correlate to 1 wound.
So I will just, as they're going past and like trying, because originally I guess I had declared like trying to stop anyone who was going after
You can go with either Razra or Kira.
Razra. After we're past that at this point, going after Razra. So I will perform a slash maneuver on my 5 and take out 3 brutes.
Okay. Which group?
The 7,
Okay. You said you take out 3 out of the 7, so there are 4.
and just and with a series of like quick slashes, just take out multiple potential assailants. But I'm still mostly focused on Eroll,
Got it.
being like, let's go.
You studied Valru then, eh?
Of course I studied Valro. It's the only worthwhile sword style.
Errol kind of shrugs at that.
Who's next?
Anyone else on 5?
I'm on 4.
I am also on 4.
Also on 4.
Okay, with the 4s, to keep it simple, decide amongst yourself. If you can't, I'll decide. And I will decide to my own advantage.
Do you guys mind if I...
No, go ahead.
No, I love you to go.
Yeah.
Yuri will say to Herman, "Protect the child," in a loud, like, roaring bear voice, and he will barrel over the 8 assassins, swinging wildly with claws, knocking them down and embracing whatever harm they deal to him in return. He is going to engage in a reckless takedown, eliminating the entire brute squad, but this will deal to him a final dramatic wound, rendering him helpless on the ground and reverting back to his man shape.
Which brute squad do you target?
The assassins,
Got it.
You can jump in the way of somebody else's wound, somebody else's like damage. Probably not from an ability.
I dealt it to
No.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this,
Eat it, Jean-Paul.
I honestly think it would be
You bitch.
not as cool if I let you take his damage on this. So I'm going to rule that that damage is being dealt specifically to Yuri. The bear is brave, so brave, and he mows down the competition in a flurry of claws and fur and blades. That part of the deck starts running red, and you can see splayed out this terrifying bear. Do you transform back into a person when you're unconscious?
Yeah, as he's kind of going down and starting to lose his shape, he will murmur to Jean-Paul, and he will say, "Protect Kira. Do it."
Don't. You've never let me give up on anything. Don't you? Stay awake. Stay awake, Yuri.
Yuri does not.
He lays there helpless, right near the blade of the Vodace villain. Who's next?
Eroll will spend 2 raises, I guess, to change his approach. His rapier comes flying out of its scabbard. "Actually, mate, Valru's good, but it's second rate to Aldanya." And he starts swaying his hips and adopting that signature dancing style that Aldanya teaches. And he comes swooping in to Jean-Paul, his blade flashing around in this arc that at the last second Jean-Paul recognizes is not a strike at him. When he's next to him goes, "It was a honeypot, you dumbass," and realizes that he's actually hooking arms with Jean-Paul to spin and toss him at the villainous. He is performing an Aldanya ruse targeting the villainous. What this means is she will take additional wounds equal to my panache the next time she is wounded this round.
Awesome.
And I can only use this once per round.
Sounds terrifying.
So basically he's lunging at Jean-Paul to make her think that yes, Eroll is doing exactly as he said,
Yep.
But instead using it to catapult Jean-Paul forward.
I believe you. And you did only spend 1 to change your approach, right?
I did, but then I spent 1 for
Yep.
the ruse itself. So I'm spending 2, so I will next act on 2.
Awesome. Thank you.
As the steps of the Aldanya dance step into the Valru circle, Jean-Paul's face changes as the lunge goes past him. Emotionally fraught. He goes, "Did you know it was a honeypot when you did it?" And continues the circle and allows the momentum to carry him forward.
Just as he's about to throw him out, he goes, "No, I just found out."
Avalonians. You left your back open! And he will lunge forward towards her, and
Hell yes.
with the momentum that Eroll gave him, Jean-Paul will abandon all pretense and fall completely into a lunge at her exposed back for the blow she struck against Yuri. So what is your...
Panache 4.
We are getting panache 4, so that will be 4 weaponry 3. So that is 7. And then I have 3 additional raises beyond this. So that will be a strike for 10 damage.
You deal 10 damage, and you do it with style. She is just barely, not dramatically wounded, but you have done a heavy blow to her. And not just to her esteem. She's starting to understand what happened as your blade connects with her, and her beautiful face curls into a growl.
Actually, wouldn't you be doing 11 wounds?
Oh, because the one...
Yeah, because it's a lunge, so it's spend all of your raises. So you deal ranks and weaponry plus those raises.
I believe it is
You have-
11 by
Okay.
that.
Because you have 4 raises left, right?
Yeah, but don't you have to use one to...
No, that's
oh,
the
no,
lunge.
it's just all your raises.
The lunges
You're
you
totally
spend
right.
all your ranges.
Yes, so
and
I'm
add
sorry.
those. Yep.
I deal 11 wounds.
All right, you do successfully bring her to her first dramatic wound.
That was pretty dramatic, guys.
As the dramatic strike hits, Jean-Paul will look at Eroll, who is now right next to him, and go, I think we can at least agree. The Montavani is a bullshit school.
Oh, absolutely. Who uses a whip?
Oh, you seem to like it.
Well, not in a fight. I
It's
like it in the bedroom.
It's a second-rate Zepeda.
Okay, it sounds like it's probably Herman's turn, right?
Yes. My actions significantly changed due to the fact that there is a giant bear that took out all my opponents.
Yes. Well, there are still a few left.
Yes. Yeah, I will plant my sword in the deck, and I actually don't have to change my thing because of the way it works, and I will spend a hero point in one of my raises. Yuri will regain back a dramatic wound as I pull a... oh, man, you're really scaring me off of any poultice type things.
Just a giant slab of tilapia.
Yeah.
A big syringe.
Yeah,
Like,
I could, yeah. I was thinking that. He pulls a syringe out, jams it into the bear, or actually person now, goes, that should do you for now. Spend a hero point and 1 raise on your action to heal another hero. They regain 1 dramatic wound. You must be able to touch the hero you are healing. Can I spend multiple?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. Get 2 back.
I
That's
prefer
crazy.
to have a quick economy when it comes to hero points and danger points. I'm perfectly fine with you spending so long as it's within the scope of your actions.
Right. And then I miscounted, so I actually have 2 more raises, and I will use them to take out 2 of the brutes in the 7 squad.
Okay, which I believe is 4 at the moment.
so there are now
Yeah, they're down to 2.
2 left.
And I've used up all my raises.
Sounds great. Who am I on?
Probably me.
All right, what do you want to do?
How many of the brute squad is left?
There are 2 left of the assassins.
Okay.
They are the only brute squad members that are currently atop the ship. You can look around and spot that the allies that you've made along the way have taken out the additional threats that have arrived throughout the course of this fight. Otherwise, if you had not made friends throughout this journey, you'd be fighting a lot more people.
For dramatic purposes, are Yuri and Herman close? I meant of me.
Oh, you can get to them.
Okay. First things first, Vocessa will lean into Yuri and say, Yuri, Yuri, Yuri. And she will kiss him on the cheek, and she will give him a blessing. This will be a major blessing. This will cost me another hero point. I will take 2 more lashes, so I am now up to, I can't use any dice under 6,
Okay.
or 6 or under.
And thank you for being transparent with that.
Yep. Don't know if I can split this or not. So the write-up for blessing
Yeah.
is take 1 or more lashes to give another hero a minor blessing. Bonus dice equal to the number of lashes you have when you cast it.
Yep.
I would like to eventually, for full transparency, give 1 to Tim's character as well.
Sure.
On my next turn, this round, because I have 2 actions.
Sure.
If I've got 6 lashes, I would like to give 3 to Lex's character and 3 to Tim's character.
Yeah,
So I just want to know if I can split the pool.
That sounds fine.
Okay. So I will split the blessing. Yuri, you will get 3 bonus dice, and because this is a major blessing, this will be 3 bonus dice for any risk until the end of the scene or until you run out of bonus dice.
So when I use the die, it's spent. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to blow them all at once.
Yeah, I definitely will, though.
Oh, that's absolutely what you should
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you.
do. Yep.
You pull the strands of fate into both the destiny for Herman and for Yuri.
If we want to do it all on one turn, we can
I
do
do.
that. Okay. When Vocessa is done kissing Yuri on the cheek, she will lean over. She'll be like, I'm sorry, I know you hate this. And she will lean in and say, Herman, Herman, Herman. And she will kiss him on the cheek. The threads of fate for both of them seem to coalesce into a more secure destiny. their fates seem more secure in their own hands, even as Vocessa's bleed a little more profoundly.
Mm-hmm. You hand them the reins.
Kissed on the cheek. Yuri will say, "Oh, that's very sweet." And then when she starts saying another man's name and kissing him, he goes, "Hey,
You were first.
great."
The repetition is the part I dislike.
I don't make the rules.
I understand.
Fate makes the rules.
Yeah.
Excuse.
We can talk about it after you've won the fight.
All right, and I
There's a
believe...
fight?
Yes.
No, yeah. I believe, Herman, you've already used up all your actions. You've already used up all your actions, Vocessa. Who's left?
Errol.
He's acting another 2.
Yep.
I think
Errol's the only one
that's
there.
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You, buddy.
Well, I used them all in the lunch.
You got two.
Fair enough.
What you want to do?
Errol is going to once again switch up his his approach, and he is going to offer a handout to Isadora. Look, we have you surrounded, but it doesn't have to go down like this. You can come with us, and I could disarm you, and maybe you could just, spend the night with me, and forget that all this went down. Bygones will be bygones and all that. He's going to attempt to talk her out of it, maybe go on a date with him instead.
Still in a full lunge.
Cocksure playbook maneuver 6.
Jean-Paul will look back over his shoulder at Errol and be like, "What?" Yeah, you're just using your wrist.
Oh, that's right. So,
Create an opportunity.
yeah, I'll create an opportunity. Well, I guess the creating an opportunity with that is make her either falter or perhaps just have ire on me.
As hubris activates in her.
Oh, all right.
She is of the sun, both in virtue and in her hubris. That's something that Vocessa had spotted through the weave earlier. And as she is proud in her hubris, she receives a danger point when she, as a villain, refuses an offer of aid. And her mouth twists at the idea of giving in and being saved.
Errol sees her kind of just like sneer at him offering his hand to her, and he's like, "Darling, you really are just evil, aren't you?"
You could have been evil with me, if that's what you think of it. And now you're just gonna die, and no one will remember you. Does being good feel so good?
The whole world will remember the name Errol Cocksure Jr.
Who? I do remember, Rob, that she is not able to spend that danger point that she gained. I just felt that it was correct based on who she is as a person.
I gained a bunch that I'm not allowed to spend.
If you take him out, I think
Yeah, I
you
was
can start
gonna say,
taking danger points.
If she gets rid of Rob, we're in trouble.
Yeah. All right, so that is the end of the round. We're going to go up to the next to the top round, so everyone will announce their approach. For speed, I'm going to let you guys tell me what you are using, and if I think it's wrong, I'll argue with you.
Having seen that he can't reason with her and she won't go on another date with him, Errol will resort to dueling her to submission.
Okay, that sounds like you're going with probably weaponry and finesse.
I think so.
Alrighty.
Unfortunately, finesse.
Jean-Paul is also by Errol's side, continuously flabbergasted, but also dueling this villain.
All right. She didn't play fair with you, and it's more than fair that you return that. It sounds like you're going with weaponry and finesse.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Can we spend hero die to gain additional dice?
Yes, well, you can.
Yeah, 1d10 for a hero point.
And you can spend them on other people's behalf as well. I think you
Yes.
spend 2 for 1
If
on
you-
someone else's behalf.
You can do
It's
a help,
actually
too.
better. The help action is great.
Give 3 dice.
So here-
Errol will stand back to back with Jean-Paul and be like, I'll cover your left, you cover my right.
All right, you're
I'll spend a hero point for Jean-Paul. And you can't do it for me. Whatever. Fuck it.
Sorry, man, I can't.
you are spending a hero point in order to add to another hero's roll, so that adds 3 bonus d10s to another hero's roll before a risk.
All right.
You are helping the second in this way, and Rob, just to be clear, you can only accept help from 1 hero at a time.
That makes sense. Otherwise, you could load one person up with infinite dice.
Who else has not declared Lex?
While he's looking at that, can I receive a hero point for my hubris? Loyal, which is you receive a hero point for when your hero goes back for a fallen comrade or refuses to leave a wounded ally.
Yes, you may absolutely receive that hero point.
Great. I will immediately spend it and give everyone else a hero point.
Yeah!
As I activate my virtue commanding.
You got a hero point to spend for me now.
God, I got 5 of them. Wait.
Sounds perfect. Erika, and Tim, what are your approaches?
Vocessa's hands are bleeding and people keep dropping all around her for no adequately explained reason as she looks around watching invisible ping pong matches. So I'm going to go with Resolve Intimidate.
I believe you.
How many hero points can I spend?
I don't care. I think it's fine if you just spend however much is relevant.
That is absolutely the correct answer.
Okay.
Fuck it, all of them.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to spend 1 for Yuri, and I'm going to spend 1 for Eroll, and I'm going to spend 1 for Herman, as Vocessa just kind of beefs all their fates by her sheer presence.
I will let you do this if you describe it in any other way.
I will absolutely do that, but I'm still kind of puzzling out all the other shit that I'm doing. And I'm going to spend 1 for Sorte, yet to be determined. Fate changes when a Strega is around. It is just a fact of the matter. But now that Vocessa has gotten her hands dirty, literally and figuratively, by changing the fate and the tapestry around her, the others around her begin to benefit from it in a very direct and real way. She is the eye of the storm in sort of the opposite way that eyes of the storm usually work. All the disaster is falling on her while the calm is falling on the world around her. And those in her party are able to see more clearly, able to gain more benefit. And while Vocessa can see the impact that she is having, she knows the cost.
Sounds good. Sounds like I can give you that flare you ordered.
Hell yeah.
Lex, have you figured out your approach?
Vocessa and Kira are, chained together, correct?
Yes. And Vocessa still has an arm around her, has not let her go.
Okay. It is my intention, with immense strength, to hoist the two of them up over my shoulder, and, as an expert sailor, grab rigging and cut it so that we are taken up and high and far away from this villain so that she is out of reach of her.
I believe you can do that. That sounds like sailing and brawn.
Sounds great to me.
Okay.
I'm going to do weaponry finesse again
Sounds good.
and go for the 2 brutes, probably, that are left.
All right.
Spending a hero point for someone else gives them +3, correct?
Plus 3 dice.
Yes,
Okay.
if you're specifically committing to help them with that action.
I will
Okay.
be activating Strength of 10.
And also, Tim and Lex, please remember that you have a blessing.
Could you please, is Strength of 10 what it sounds like?
I will wield the Strength of 10 men to do this.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, it sounds like we're going into the rolling phase. As I have a dramatic wound, I will be adding into my pool by 1. Erika, I believe you'll be doing that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else need any reminders on that?
How many dramatic wounds do you have?
I have...
1 left, because he took away 3, right?
2.
2? So 2
Yeah, I have
left.
2 left.
Oh my, I rolled a lot of 1s in trash. I will spend a hero die to activate the Devil's Own Luck.
Oh, what is
And
that?
I will re-roll some of these dice.
Remember, if
Wonderful.
you have weaponry 3, you get to reroll 1 die anyways.
Oh, thank you.
All right, do that first.
Okay, I am adding 4 to each die.
I believe I can activate the Brute Squad abilities, though, with that.
Yes,
So I
it's
will
just
be
the
doing
villain
that.
who can't.
Because they might die anyway before they get to it. Sorry, I'm going to spend all of it while I can.
Rebecca, you want to buy 5 more?
I super do.
Okay.
Sure.
The danger
I'm not
pool
selling
is-
you any of mine.
The danger pool is different than the villain pool.
Yes. And that went specifically into the danger pool, so I
Yep.
appreciate that. I'm just double checking my Brute Squad rules real quick.
That's 7.
I have 11.
Awesome. Please remember these for yourselves. 'cause
Rebecca.
I'm doing my
One
best.
die to sell if you want it.
Did you want to spend a die this round, a danger die, to, I think you can do it just as the storyteller, to make it so that I cannot benefit from die equal to my fate lashes or lower.
Yes, I do absolutely want to do that.
All
So
you
that'll
dice at
bring me
this
down
point?
to 7.
It's 6 or lower.
Thank you for your transparency.
Yep.
But I do really appreciate, I really have not done a lot of tabletop storytelling, and you guys are making this a lot easier and more possible for me to do. I would like to spend the danger points that I have left on my 2 assassins. They have 7 points, and they, as their assassin ability, can spend their danger points to go before the fastest hero to cause wounds immediately.
Guys, I'm going on a 1.
My villain has gotten 8 raises. I believe there's people here who have gotten more.
Yes.
So it sounds like it's the Brute Squad who are acting first. Oh god, who looks like the biggest threat at this moment?
I don't think it's you.
It's
I don't think it's you either.
It doesn't matter. They're hitting me.
no.
I'm spending one of the 11 raises.
Oh, all right. Then those 2 wounds will be flying in your direction as you. What do you do to incur this?
When they kind of raise a knife to stab someone, I will
Yes.
take them by the hand, press the knife into like the hulking mass that is like my like rock solid, but not at all like Abby or handsome gut,
Yeah.
and just shake my head.
Your crushing grip is a deeply intimidating.
That would drop me. I'll take 1, so that I'm.
You are. I mean, you did describe yourself getting stabbed, so
So they are still free to apply their remainder.
Well, they only have they did 2 damage.
Yeah.
Of that damage, I took 1.
Got it. All right. That's them. Who's next?
I used 1 to interfere and then 1 to reduce the damage. So I've dropped myself down to 9, which still leaves me at 1 higher than her.
Yes.
All right.
Actually, Yuri gets his action.
So I will use my action to scoop Vocessa and Kira up, and with my skill as an expert sailor trained by Red Annie Reed, I will take to the riggings and protect the child.
You soar up, protecting the 2 people that you need to protect the most. What is the highest trait present?
I think a bunch of us have 4.
narcissism.
4 resolved.
Aren't you a strength 300 right now?
No, it is. I get bonus dice, but it doesn't
Oh,
actually.
doesn't
increase
actually
my
increase
score.
the trait. Yes, fair
Okay,
enough.
that's what I needed to know.
So there's 4s all around.
Yeah.
All right. The next turn goes to Isadora. Her teeth are bared. At this point, her skirt is ripped. She looks frustrated, pissed, so embarrassed, but mostly furious. And she can see the direction that this is going as the last of her men fall, and the girl flies up into the rigging, out of literal grip. There's only one way out of this situation, and it's out of this situation. She's going to, on her turn, spend to escape the scene. Now she's able to use her influence to do this. It is the cost of the highest trait present, and she has 8 left. So she can spend 4 to escape the scene.
How's she feeling?
With her 4 raises, she cowers back, 1 step then 2, looking at the assorted group and the various ways you hold your weapons or your medicine or even just the blood in your own hands. And you can see her breathe faster. She is sick of being defeated. That rage, Eroll, that you got a glimpse of earlier when she was talking about how she deserves power flickers back into her eyes. And she says, "You can't protect her forever. There will be another opportunity, and I will take it. You've won this round. I'll find her again." And unless you have quick words, you'll hear the tap of her heels as she turns to run and dive over the side of the ship.
Eroll immediately rushes to put a hand on Jean-Paul's chest and, like, pushes him back. And goes, "No, friend, don't go after her. Just watch. She's gorgeous. Watch running away." Yeah, so he just gets in your way so that you can't chase after her, and you notice that he's just watching her ass as she runs away.
Jean-Paul actually goes to take a step forward, and he looks put out, like, and then stows, like, puts his sword in his mangosh away, and just, barely a fight. Just, why don't you run away? It's pathetic. This is why I don't trust beautiful women.
You hear the splash as she lands, and you presume that there's plenty of boats for her to steal, whether it's your lifeboats or the boats that her men brought up. Regardless, she is skilled in the art of escape. This is something that comes naturally to her. Even as she might resent it, even as she wishes she was seated in a place of influence, one that she believes she deserves. But she disappears into the river and into the night.
Enjoy the crocodiles.
You know, originally I was trying to get you laid tonight. I'm sorry, my skills are just too good. It's a curse.
It's really
Really.
not my type.
But you're heartbroken. Everyone here can see it.
We can all see it. I say, kind of lowering a group of us from the rigging.
If love is something that is still there for me, it's going to be in the form of a stone-faced dowdy woman.
Inga's around here
I should
somewhere.
introduce you to my friend Amelia.
As you're speaking, other people are coming up and checking out the situation. The various people that you've met during this journey are surfacing up to the deck to see what's going on. Is everything okay? You see that the captain has been fighting as well, and the Eisen that you've met. The Vessenmanavyar woman, who you had shared dinner with, Jean-Paul, her eyes fall onto you first. You see that others seem to be all right. Some of them are sporting wounds. Some of them have ripped clothing. Some of their blades are wet with blood. But they surface confused, looking around the night, trying to figure out what happened here. Except for the captain. She looks at the group of you and she spots Razra, who will not, Yuri, let go of you. Even as you are safely bringing her down from the rigging, she continues clinging onto you. Careful to avoid the wounds that are still on you, looking in terror at the way that you're bleeding, but you're her comfort here.
It is okay.
Poppy seed had hidden in the chaos. You see the curls pop up first. A box. The lid pops off and clatters to the deck. And she looks to Herman first, then Vocessa, eyes going big as saucers.
Smart girl.
When Yuri and the girls hit the deck, Jean-Paul kind of ignores everybody else and strides over to Yuri and just jams a finger into his chest. If you ever do that again, I'll kill you myself.
I'm very sensitive. Why did you hurt my pack?
I look over at Herman. I am in your debt.
That's very good. Help me get these people together. We need to make sure they're all healed up and whatnot.
We will. And Yuri is actually going to put his arms around Jean-Paul and Eroll Cocksure.
Errol puts up a hand before he can do that, and you see that he has an expression on his face of like, oh God, I've forgotten something. He goes, excuse me for a moment. I need to go get my things.
Okay, fine.
And he goes rushing off to her room to loot it for all of the goods that are in there because he's broke and he needs a lot of money.
You find that she, I'll just reveal to you, she had an influence of 5. So in total, she was a strength 15 villain, which I believe is an epic villain. Mm-hmm. So you guys took down a major target. And while her crew really does not have anything much in the means of luxury, she does.
I mean,
She's
her
not a
suite,
fair-
yeah. I'm going to get my pants and my the shreds of my pants and my shirt and try to outfit myself as best I can from her room.
Feel free to narrate that you were able to do so.
What's in the definitely not a human head box?
More guns.
Cool.
She was ready to fight any eventuality, but they're not her preferred weapon.
Oh, a gun box. Why didn't you say that in the first place? A gun-sized box. I get it.
A gun locker.
So Yuri's definitely going to hug Jean-Paul and watch Eroll Cocksure scamper off to do whatever it is that he's up to. And he's going to say to the group, and Eroll Cocksure is the junior, right?
Junior.
Every time I see him, I'm not so sure. He's very good.
Yuri, my own father wouldn't have taken that hit for me. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let us, celebrate. There is much to be proud of, yeah?
Jean-Paul immediately dowers a little bit again, looking around at like all the crew and the leftovers. And who's to say those were the only assassins, no? We're not done until we're done.
Well, there were either assassins or those who saw what we did to the assassins.
That is
I'm not
something
so
I can get
concerned.
behind.
Who wants a coffee?
Yes, please.
Did the captain ever see the villainous fighting us on deck?
The captain
Or
had...
she showed up after the villainous escaped?
The captain is definitely someone who was in a battle. You can see that she has slashes across her captain's coat. So she probably saw bits and pieces of your battle, probably not all of it.
So she probably wasn't aware that necessarily Isadora Montenavi was the leader of this attack.
Yeah, she definitely did not know that that was specifically the person to keep the eye out for.
Just let her wrap it, man. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm just wondering if what are the chances that Errol can
Get laid again?
No, cross-dress as Isadora Montenavi and stay in the whatever.
Manta body.
This is also an Errol thing. Don't worry about it. And stay in the suite and get all of her gear loaded off so that we have it.
I will tell you for free that the captain has always been on your side. You knew that from the beginning. And as a description that was given, it seemed that she might have had her own past as a pirate. She is not going to look the other way. Absolutely. The same way that she's looked the other way for having a stowaway on board. The same way that she was willing to take dangerous cargo, like any of the dangerous cargo she had taken throughout this journey. You can absolutely stay in that suite, loot all those things, and have fun.
Fair enough.
So, earlier in this journey, you chose not to send your charge off to lose herself in the expansive city. Instead, you took control. And maybe she would have been able to sneak past, hidden well by all the chaos and conflict of a large place, bustling with more activity than anyone can really keep track of. But you have a better way. You are going to get her to her next destination. Your group is able to send Razra on a different path. Perhaps later in your adventure, you might see that city again, or for the first time. But for now, you're able to reach the end of the river. You're able to use your connections there to secure her a different voyage. You're able to send word to the Sophia's daughters so that they might find her there and sweep her away to hiding if that's what you choose. Between all the skills and connections in your group, Jean-Paul, as a captain, especially, you can change this woman's fate for real. You have. You've made sure at a moment in which anything had to be done and someone brave had to step up that you were the heroes that she needed. And being heroes, your next adventure awaits. You may not know where else in this vast world you'll find yourself. Whether you'll meet these allies you made here once again, or whether this will become just another story you tell at campfires or dinners. But you know that you've prevented something horrible here today. Your tales will live on through everyone who witnessed your braveries. So, thank you guys for listening to this mini-series. I really appreciate it, and I hope you had fun. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween. And save Queen Elaine.
No.
Nah.
Sophia's daughters.
Alrighty.
I dated one of them once. Don't.
Path of Nights, Mask of Dominion is an actual play 7C miniseries. Your cast has been Tim Davis, Garrett Gabbey, Lex Lopez, Erika Webb, and Rob Muirhead. Your storyteller has been Rebecca Steigelfest. This episode was recorded and edited by Rebecca Steigelfest. The theme music used in this episode was Ghost Flowers by John Britton on Pixabay, and Aket, The Inundation of the Nile by Nate Loper on Pixabay. You can find their music online at pixabay.com. Mask of Dominion uses the second edition of 7C with a few limited house rules. 7C is owned by Chaosium. Make sure to subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@pathofnight. You can help support the show at ko-fi.com/pathofnight. You can find us on Blue Sky or Twitter at Path of Night Pod, on Facebook at Path of Night Podcast, or email us at pathofnightpodcast@gmail.com. Happy Halloween.
An apple?
We don't need to play 20 questions.
You need the size of something. I'm just giving you objects.
I appreciate it.
2 apples. Cucumber.
It's about the size of an eggplant. I'm sorry. Aubergine.
It's about the size of a... I don't want to say human head, but that's the only thing I can think of. It's not the same dimensions.
What kind of melon?
Is that be vague?
A human head-sized melon.
A humelon, if you will.
Yeah, so was nice.
Path of Night Podcast is proud to support 7C, City of Five Sales, an expandable card game by Pine Fox Entertainment. Set in the dynamic world of Chaosium's 7C role-playing game by John Wick. Players control one of 5 factions as they fight to influence, control, and explore the independent and unruly City of Five Sales. Play it with 2 players, or there are multiplayer variants. During the game, each player represents a leader who, along with their allies, explores locations and fights weapon and wits for power over the city. Each player has their individual deck, and 7C City of Five Sales also includes a separate shared deck that represents the city itself with standout characters, items, and events that impact the game. Combat is resolved back and forth in a style reminiscent of challenging swordplay.